Watching the opening of the Beijing Olympics was incredible. I mean, it was just an unbelievable show. You know what? As an athlete, you don't see the show. You know, you're just paraded in at the very end and see the lighting of the torch, but that's about it. The only opening ceremonies that I went to was in 1976, Montreal, and that was incredible. You know, to be a part of the team and Team USA and walking in and every seat in the stadium is filled and people just, cheering, going crazy. It's really an incredible, incredible high. I've worked with a number of the U.S. divers. We did some performance enhancement workshops, and so I was brought in and worked with them, helping them with the relaxation, visualization, and approach to competition. So that was good. I also was challenged by my coach to be able to teach somebody, a young diver, how to breathe through their dive. So it was a great challenge, and I used what I use in dog training. I did clicker training. I think they call it tag teach for humans, but that was fascinating. It was a lot of fun. Boycotts don't work. I mean, we had the boycott of 1980. We didn't go to Moscow, and then the boycott of '88, where a lot of the Eastern Bloc countries didn't come to LA. My competition was there. You know, it did affect some of the other sports. I don't know if we would have done as well as we had done in '84 had they been here. But my competition was here. It was China. So, I'm glad that, that they kind of saw the light, because when you're an athlete, you're not, you're focused on your job, and your job is to focus on your performance, whatever sport that may be. And, what's going on, outside in the world, you're not really aware of, or at least I wasn't. So, boycotts hurt the wrong people. Yeah, it's all my fault. China is so dominant. No, it's very flattering, that they thought enough of my talent or capabilities to study me. And it was really kind of eerie, because when we first started competing against China, in the early '80s, there was one kid who, I swear, it would be like I was looking in a mirror, because all of his movements, his mannerisms, and everything was just, it was me when I was 16. And it was just, it kind of blew me away. By now, they have their own models, but it was for them to use me as a model initially. It was very flattering. It was real challenging, because I had just been diagnosed earlier that year, being HIV positive. At that time, we thought of it as a death sentence. So, so it was, I knew I was in a country that I wouldn't be welcome in, had they known my HIV status. They probably wouldn't have allowed me to compete, because I did try to get Ryan White, a young man who contracted HIV through his clotting factor. He was a hemophiliac and young boy, and he fought the legal system, to get the right to an education. So he was kind of my inspiration to get through that competition, because after I hit my head on the board, I went into the competition as the favorite. So then when I hit my head on the board, in that 3 seconds, I became the underdog. And Ryan was really my inspiration to hang in there, because I thought to myself, well, what would Ryan do? And I knew he would fight. And so I hung in there and fought through. And I couldn't have done that without my coach, Ron O'Brien. I'm a firm believer that you don't achieve greatness on your own. There's always someone there, whether it be a supportive parent or coach or friend, or a partner. it's a team effort, really is. I have to say, David Bodai and Thomas Fincham, they're up and coming, they're young, that's kind of our future. Haley, young diver, who crossed over from gymnastics, which is a great crossover, because I started in acrobatics and gymnastics as well, and then made my way to diving. So, that's kind of like who we're looking for, looking to, kind of, guide U.S. diving. A lot of people ask me what my greatest accomplishment has been. And a lot of people expect, world championships, Olympic Games, gold medals, whatever. But truly, that gave me a platform to be heard from and to for people to listen to me. But the greatest accomplishment so far in my life has been writing the book, Breaking the Surface. Because when I was on book tour, there were thousands of people who showed up on my book tour. A lot of people came up to me and said, "You saved my life." And for a response like that, coming forward with my HIV status, coming out about my sexuality, of who I was, the whole journey of getting out of an abusive relationship, those are things that a lot of people related to, and the book gave them strength to leave those abusive relationships or come out to their family about their sexuality or their HIV status. So that is the thing that I'm most, most proud of, because it made a difference. And that's what we all want to do, is make a difference in the world. Well, right now I've got 4 dogs. I've got 2 Jack Russells, a Border Collie, and a Pumi. The Pumi is a Hungarian herding breed, not very well known in the United States. So that's a new venture. She's only like 6 months old, so I'm in the process of training her. But we compete in dog agility and obedience. I've done a little bit of herding. I've got my starter sheep's titles on my Border Collie. I even had one of my Jacks do a little bit of herding. It was a little scary, but she'd move the sheep. It was great. I haven't been on the boards for over 10 years. The last time I was on the diving board was Greg Brody. I was granting his wish from Make-A-Wish Foundation. His wish was to be coached by me. And so I coached him, and he could dive. He was pretty good. So I got on the boards with him. And I think we did some synchronized dives. It was hysterical. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.